What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today we are going to open up a couple of Grand Creators packs. However, because this set is really uninspiring, I wanted to take the time that I was going to do a video to open these up to talk about something else first. So if you guys are only interested in the opening, just bear with me for a couple minutes. I want to talk about something Battle of Chaos-wise, and then we'll crack these open just to showcase a few packs of the set. I know a ton of people have opened these. I'm not a huge fan of the set as a whole. These side sets that are not TCG exclusives have been typically lackluster, and while this does have the Adventurer token engine in it, I think overall you're really relying on a couple of chase cards at the top. Combined with production issues that seem to be pretty prevalent with this, there's just a lot of reasons to look at the set and say that it could use work. Now, I'm always the optimist, so I do try to look at things, glass half full. I do think there's some really good collector rares in here, but overall, I'm just not a huge fan of the set. Still, going to open a few, and what I want to talk about before we do that, though, is the upcoming Battle of Chaos booster box. This set releases, I believe the pre-release is actually this week, and then the actual set releases next Friday or Thursday for OTS stores. Now, there's some pretty cool stuff, and I'm going to make a video later this week talking about the Libromancer archetype, which is a TCG exclusive archetype. People are pretty excited about that, and then when we got some of the rituals themselves, they were less excited because while these support cards seem to be good, the rituals are lacking. And I'll sort of review them all, take my time to put my thoughts into a video talking about it because a few people have asked for thoughts. So we'll get that put out later in the week. But Dark Magician is the theme of the set. This is a DM era set. It does have some Blue Eyes cards as well that we've covered ad nauseum. But the cover card is a Dark Magician fusion. One of the Starlights, which was announced, all of the Starlights were announced, and I will actually put pictures up of the Starlights as I'm talking about this so you guys can see them. We do have Illusion of Chaos. We have Blue Eyes Jet, which I'm actually happy about. I think Blue Eyes Jet is a really cool card to get as a Starlight. I think the card itself is really good for Blue Eyes as a whole, but seeing it get the Starlight treatment is solid. I think this set's staying power, if you will, is going to be a more long-term thing than short-term, just because there's not a ton of meta-defining stuff in here right now, but that could always change at a later date. So, we have Blue Eyes Jet Dragon as a Starlight, we have Illusion of Chaos as a Starlight, and a Secret Rare, which is to be expected. It might be one of the best cards in the set. We have Dinorphia Theresia, which is actually one of the new Dinorphia cards. I haven't done a ton into that archetype, to be honest, and I should probably look at it a little bit more, to really just get a sense of if it's good, but I've heard people excited, but not, like, buzzing, and that kind of gave me the indication that, yeah, people might have some hype around this, but it's nothing crazy. And then we have Dark of the Dark Charmer Umbral, which looks really cool, and it does look good as a Starlight, as you can see in the picture there. And the Dark Magicians, the fusion monster from Legendary Duelist Immortal... Or no, not Immortal Destiny, I'm sorry. Live editing here. Legendary Duelist Magical Hero. It's an ultra rare. It's like 85, 90 bucks currently. But I do think it's pretty much a lock to get a reprint in Legendary Duelist Season 3. So, you see here, it is going to get a Starlight printing. People are pretty, intrigued by that. I think if you're a fan of nostalgia and just nice cards in general, this is definitely a cool one. But that's not really what the controversy is, right? People are upset because they revealed a 25th anniversary Dark Magician art a while back, and it was now confirmed that we will be getting that in the TCG. I will put a picture of it here so you guys can see the card in reference. It does have a nice art. It's not my favorite art of Dark Magician by any stretch, but it is really cool to have that sort of throwback, unique 25th anniversary art. It is an ultra rare. It looks good. From what I can tell based on the pictures, there's no, like, special foiling effects on it, I don't think. It's just a custom drawn, special art Dark Magician, 25th anniversary, but it is in our Battle of Chaos set, which is cool. Like, it's a Dark Magician set. It makes sense. Some people thought it might get the Starlight treatment, but I didn't really think they were going to do that because then you're really limiting, who's going to be able to get access to it. So it sort of made sense that they weren't going to be giving it a Starlight. But today, it came out that the Dark Magician Ultra Rare is around 1 in 6 cases. Not boxes, 1 in 6 cases based on the data that we currently have available. So that is 12 boxes per case times 6 cases is 72 boxes. 1 in 72 boxes of Battle of Chaos in order to have the odds to get this Dark Magician. Now, that could change because there could be different ratios in the US or, more accessible. Somebody could have just whiffed and gotten unlucky. But the data that's out there, it was BBS News that was the source that reported it, and Ready for Duel shared it. I did put a graphic up of the card. You can see the source there. That is an insanely low statistic. To put it into perspective, Starlight rares themselves are 1 per 2 cases on average, which means you could pull 3 Starlight rares before you pull 1 of this ultra rare Dark Magician. Now, personally, I get why people are a little bit frustrated. Obviously, if you're interested in this and you're chasing after the nostalgia, it's going to be very expensive. This card does have the potential, and note the word potential, to be the most expensive single Yu-Gi-Oh card in modern history simply because of its scarcity and what it is, and the fact that it does have a unique stamp. Its 25th anniversary. There's 1,000 reasons that you can give that would make it possible that this card could just command a ridiculously high value. That all depends on scarcity. It depends on whether or not we get different data that suggests it's easier to pull. If it's even as easy to pull as a Starlight, where it's like 1 in every 2, it wouldn't be, it would probably be somewhere in that $700, $800 range, I would think. But there's still, so much more data to wait for. But the current data that we have suggests 1 in 6 cases, which is, let's just use a round number to say a case is $700. You're looking around $4,200 at minimum to try to pull this card if you're chasing these, cracking these open and whatever. And obviously that's rough math. I know that it could vary, it could change, but this is kind of a crazy statistic for a single card. I don't remember the last time there's ever been a card this short printed. I mean, a Dusted Gold was short printed in the Legendary Duelist Immortal Destiny, where it was like 1 in 2.2 cases or something. This is 3 times as scarce, and those cards were, $200, and they weren't Dark Magician. They weren't nostalgia bait to that extent. So really interesting to see where this is going to go, what it's going to end up. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Like, do you think the Dark Magician is going to end up being just like, multiple $1,000s? Do you think it's maybe some early data that could change as more people open cases? I'm just curious what people think, because it seems to be the talk of the internet today, and I figured I'd weigh in before we jump into these packs. But that said, we are going to get into these Grand Creators packs here. I have very low expectations, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised. The Adventurer token engine is quite pricey, even the Ultras, so I would definitely not be upset with that. Cool pack art. I think the Punk archetype is neat, but I don't think it's great right now. But yeah, let's jump into it. And if you guys do enjoy the content, please hit the like button and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. I'm actually genuinely curious what you guys think about everything I just covered. And yeah, there's been some printing errors with this set too. I actually cracked open some packs and pulled a few rares that were almost out of the box. They weren't quite out of the box enough to be misprint, but they were neat. Inzektor Sword Zect Caliber. Super rare Magicore Warrior of the Relics. That's an Adventurer token card. Inzektor Hornet. Exo Sister Irene. YuGiOh Punk Sharakusai. It's a hard one to say. And Gagaku Punk Crash Beat. They definitely did not go light on the names there. So you can see even there the names are shifted a bit. I think there was just definitely like a rush job printing these. None of them are drastic, but I did pull one, like I said, that was almost shifted to the point of being a noteworthy misprint. So I didn't get a box of these. I usually try to get a box of every set. I just think the set as a whole right now, although there are some people who have been getting lucky and getting those all collector rare boxes, which are obviously really cool. It's just not worth the investment in my opinion currently. Emergency Teleport, Inzektor Sword Zect Caliber, Wandering Griffin Rider is a super rare. Exo Sister Irene, yeah, see what I'm talking about here? How it's very top heavy with the printing. Psychic Wielder, Inzektor Hopper, and Gagaku Punk Wild Picking. Wow, I should not read these out loud. Holy crap. So the E-Telly's pretty good. Obviously, E-Telly's now at 3. We know with the ban list, which I'm pretty intrigued by. So these are decent. I think over time will have value for sure. But yeah, it's just the Ultras are very hard to get out of this set in general because of ratios. And I know blisters have different ratios, but I think it's still, it's still a relatively difficult task to pull them. And so, yeah, let's see. Ties of the Brethren, Castel the Sky Blaster Musketeer, Exo Sister Elise, Exo Sister Irene, Thunder Discharge, Exo Sister Armament, Inzektor Centipede is the rare. This is super thick as well. You guys may not be able to tell by looking at it, but it's just really thick in comparison to your standard Yu-Gi-Oh card. So overall, again, this opening really just kind of represents exactly what I was saying about the set being just, buy the singles, pick up the stuff unless you just want to try for one of those crazy collector rare boxes. But overall, I'm pretty, this is basically where I'm at with this set. Battle of Chaos is something I look forward to opening up on the channel, and hopefully you guys enjoy it as well. I mean, if you guys want to see more Grand Creators open, let me know. I might be able to get some, but I'm just not, like, I don't see a huge demand for the videos, and really I don't want to waste money on it if I'm not going to be using much out of here regardless. So I guess the Griffin Rider is pretty cool. So thanks you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.